Big isn't always better in the dairy business, as Crandall Farms in Calhoun County has proven. Brothers Brad and Mark Crandall are the fifth generation to milk cows and raise crops a few miles north of Battle Creek, Michigan. In partnership with their father Larry for 10 years now, they oversee their high-producing herd of 270 registered holsteins.
Our cows will average typically 95 to 100 pounds of milk a day. The feed rations are all balanced on computer. We work with a nutritionist, and we feed a balanced ration to all of our lactating cows and our younger heifers. We've go to great lengths to put up quality forages here on the farm, and then the ingredients that we do purchase outside the farm, the soybean meal, we demand the highest quality coming into the farm in order to keep our cattle producing well and healthy.
The forages they raise on their 900 rolling acres of land include alfalfa, wheat, corn, and soybeans. Much of it goes into feeding their cows, with the milk quality directly tied into the management of the feed side of things. The Crandalls feed 4 pounds of soybean meal to each lactating cow daily, making the farm's annual use equal to the average production of 9 soybean farmers.
We do feed soybean meal that we purchase roasted and ground, and we've had really good luck feeding that. It's the way we manage our ration. We have a blend with cotton, ground corn, our protein, soy hulls that we've used on and off. They're pelleted, keeps them from flying away too easy. And then the soybean meal, we can pull out of that, and it's easy to manage our ration with our milk components we get back 2 to 3 times a week.
Crandall Farms is proud of the fact that in 2008 they received the Gold Quality Award from the Michigan Milk Producers Association, recognizing them for their efforts in milk production. Management practices that include quality feed, water, and facilities all have paid off.
The quality awards enhance your pay price, number one. And but most important, it verifies to the public, if they should so desire to get the information about the quality of products that we're putting in the stores. Now, the quality award that what they call the Gold Award is granted to only the top 1%, and that's based on milk quality, somatic cell count, very low counts, obviously no antibiotics, no milk is saleable under any form with any antibiotics in it. You can't make any mistakes. And it exemplifies we have good employees. My sons do a really super job of managing those employees and trying to have the right kind of materials, equipment, and treatments so we don't run into problems.
One of the many jobs they share in is looking out for the environment. With a month's worth of manure storage, they're thankful for plenty of farmland on which to apply the valuable nutrients. And it's only done when conditions are ideal, with loads charted and diligent records kept.
Really, the land is benefits you as you take care of it. Just the management with the manure, different things. It's one thing we have more acres than we do cattle, so we do end up buying some fertilizer. But it also we're well under threshold of worrying about too much phosphorus and having to pick up more ground or manage our manure differently, like a lot of bigger guys that are having to separate sand and put in different operations because they don't have enough land base. We're protected in that matter. So we take significant pride in managing the land and doing everything we have to do as dairymen to carry it on, and it's what we want to do and hopefully pass on to the 6th generation.
Of all the management practices in place, it's the stewardship of the land and the animals that make their operation a success, something not taken for granted at Crandall Farms, and something they know is not lost on the general public.
The general consumer should know about dairy farming. One important thing is that we are a family farm. We live on our land. We depend on both the land that we farm and our animals. It's crucial that we take care of all of our fields and manage our nutrients properly, put up the most nutritious and high quality feeds for our animals, because they in turn provide us with our livelihood and hopefully a future livelihood for our children.
Our dairy products could end up anywhere from in Leprino cheese to whole milk sold in the local stores. It depends on where the milk's needed. So it isn't something just local. And yes, you can maintain an outstanding local reference within your community. You keep your place looking good, keep your junk picked up, keep your place painted up so that people go by and say, "Gee, that looks like a well-operated farm." Well, it's important because that's what we want them to think, and we want them to think that our products, the products that we produce, are just as clean and healthy as you see our farmstead.
Michigan's dairy cattle consume over 85,000 tons of soybean meal annually. That's the meal from 3.6 million bushels of soybeans, representing a quarter of all the soybean meal fed in Michigan. Numbers greatly appreciated by the United Soybean Board, its 680,000 members, and their farmer-driven checkoff program to fund research and promotion efforts. You can learn more about the connection between crop production and animal agriculture by logging on to animalag.org. And there's a lot more to learn about the soybean industry in Michigan by logging on to michigansoybean.org.